Hi everyone, it's Jenna, and today I'm going to do a really, hopefully short, I won't make any promises, video on how I plan for the week and how I plan for the month. So it's not going to be a plan with me because I've already done my planning. My husband and my daughter were around. It was a snow day, so there was not going to be any filming done without major interruptions. So I planned, but I really wanted to share this. I love watching plan with me sort of videos online and how everyone plans things for their family. So I really wanted to do that today and just show you what works for us. Some of you may think that some of the things that I do are kind of redundant, and they are, but my husband and I plan differently. I have all my work schedule because I have to book individual appointments for work. I have all of that in my iPhone. And then I have all of our more like home management in my plum paper planner. And then my husband uses just a wall calendar. And then we also have 2 whiteboards on the fridge. One is for our meal plan. I don't do my meal planning in my planner. Some people do. I don't. I have that on a whiteboard on the fridge so then my husband can see it. So then if there's a day that I have to start work early that day, or I just don't get around to putting dinner in the slow cooker or taking something out, then my husband knows exactly what we're having for dinner that night so he can do it. And then we also have a white dry erase calendar as well that has where my daughter is going to be every day, when our bills are due, and things like that. And then my husband marks his bills on there so then I can transfer them into my plum paper planner so then I know what money is coming out of the account on what day. So I'm going to show you first of all how we plan for the week and the month, and the 2 whiteboards are from Board, and I got them on I can't remember, I think it was She Steals last year sometime, possibly even longer than that. But I will put a link to their website down below, so if you're interested on that. I didn't pay the regular price though, I paid a discounted price from one of the Steals websites. So I will put links down below for anything that I do use, and I hope you enjoy this video. And if you have any questions or anything, just leave them down in the comments and I'll answer them when I can. Thanks. So, now the first thing that I do is I have this dry erase calendar from Board, and like I said, I got this from on She Steals, I think. So right here I've written down February in little hearts. I didn't have my red dry erase marker died, so it's in little purple hearts. And green I write down where my daughter's going to be every day. She goes to daycare twice a week on Tuesdays and Fridays, and then every Wednesday my mother is off, so she watches my daughter every Wednesday, and then every other Thursday she is off, so she's with my mom 1 or 2 days a week. And then right now my dad has had an early retirement, so I left those blank, but she's been wanting to stay with her prepare those days, so we haven't been using the babysitter that much. So I left those blank, and then I like to ask her whether she wants to go to the babysitter that day or whether she wants to stay with prepare. So that's how I plan the month, and I put this on the fridge right at the top so my husband knows exactly where she's going to be. And then he knows when all the bills are coming out. I have them all written in blue, and I have his paydays written in blue as well. So then I know when his payday is, so I can plan bills around that. And then he's written down his bills. He pays those 2 bills on his own. So his MasterCard and his cell phone bill. So he's written them on here, so then I can put them into my planner. So then if I need him to pay this one a day early or this one a few days early to correspond with a payday, then I can. So that is how I plan that for the month. And then we also have just a regular wall calendar. And I get a Ann Getty's calendar every year, even though my husband pretty much exclusively uses this calendar. I really like Ann Getty's, so I have to see it on the wall, so I get to pick the design. So here we have, and this is pretty much his thing. I do write down when I have to work. I work 2 Saturdays a month. So I've written down the 7th and the 14th that I have to be at work. And then for those days, I wrote down she has kinder gym at 11. So I've written those things down. If I have a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment or anything, I write this on here so then he knows where I'm going to be. And other than that, he writes down his things. So this is mostly his calendar and how he plans out his week and his time. So if he has a thing that he needs to do or an errand he needs to run or something like that, he writes it on here. But I also do put, like he has a dentist appointment that day and Emilie has a dentist appointment that day. So that's written on there. He has an eye appointment that day. So on here, I can look at this and I can see where he's going to be through the week. And I mean, it's only the 3rd today, so this is pretty light on things, but by the end of the month, I'll show you. It usually, well, actually that's pretty, I mean, sometimes by the end of the month, it's, I mean, ridiculous. He has things scribbled and, which is partially the reason why I have the dry erase calendar, because this one was getting too crowded. By the time I put everything that I needed him to know on here and then all the things that he needed, it was just too cramped and you couldn't really see anything. So that's why I got the dry erase calendar. So this is pretty much his calendar. And then I force him to know what's going on with Emilie and I. So I guess it's kind of like his calendar / family calendar. So then he knows exactly what's going on as well. I do pretty much all of the planning, but I like him to know what's going on so he feels like he's in the loop. So that's why we have these 2 calendars. So this dry erase calendar I do at the 1st of the month. So that is done. So the monthly planning is pretty much done for that. And then what I've done here is, here is the monthly spread in my plum paper planner. So here I've written down when all the bills that I know exactly when they're coming out, they have fixed dates. They're all written down here. My husband's paydays are written down there, and then our dentist appointments are written down there. And then over here, a friend of mine, his birthday is at the beginning of the month, so I have that written down. And then Valentine's Day is written down there. I don't do a lot of decorating or anything on the monthly spread at all, unless there's like a vacation or something like that. So that's pretty plain. And it does fill up throughout the month. Like I'll show you January's. So here, I mean, well, a little bit. But I do write a lot more just on the daily spread. So here's the weekly spread. I'm just going to take this out. So here is my weekly spread for this week. Yesterday I kind of decorated because it was a snow day. We had 35 centimeters of snow here in our part of Ontario, so it was a little crazy. So here I write down my weekly list. So things that need to be done this week, but not necessarily on a specific day, I put here. And then during the day, I have certain checklists. So I had a load of towels that I needed to get done. And then we had a planning meeting. And this is something, I can't remember whether I saw it in someone's plan with me or I saw it, I read it in a blog or something like that, but this woman got together with her husband every week and they did a planning meeting and just went through what was going on that week. So I've kind of implemented that with Andre and I, so then I don't forget to tell him about things that are going on, and then he doesn't forget to tell me about things that are going on, because sometimes I don't check his calendar as religiously as I should, and sometimes he doesn't check my calendar as religiously as he should. So that way we are on the same page and we know exactly what's going on. And then you'll see at the bottom here, I have my stickers for bills. So yesterday, all of our first of the month bills came out. So I have that written there. And then our gas bill needs to be paid on Friday. And then my husband's payday is that day as well. So that's pretty light, but that's how I plan for the week. And usually, that week didn't get done. But usually the weeks look a lot, I mean, that's last week. And so, I mean, things definitely fill up throughout the week. So every day that I work Tuesday to Friday and then 2 Saturdays of the month. So every day I write down what I'm working that day and where Emily's going to be. I have that written down. And then Andre's eye appointment. Emilie has a play date. I'm going out that evening. And then I have to write down her kinder gym that day. So that's pretty much that. I actually just had a bunch of stickers come in today. So I'm hoping to decorate a little bit more. I really miss scrapbooking. So this is kind of a chance for me to kind of let that kind of outlet be used a little bit. And then, so I don't do any meal planning in here. And then what I do is I do all of our meal planning. Oh, and there's a glare. Oh, well. No, that's a little bit better. It's a little shiny, sorry. So here's our menu, and this also goes on the fridge. So this and the dry erase calendar go on the fridge every week. And here I've written down everything for dinner this week. So every Sunday, we either have dinner at my parents' house or at his parents' house. So we always have a family dinner on Sunday night. Yesterday, we just had chicken, rice, and vegetables. Today, I'm going to have some leftover rice and vegetables and chimichurri steak. Tomorrow we're having artichoke chicken and probably rice and green beans because my husband doesn't like pasta. Thursday we have leftovers, so that's our chance. I try and do leftovers one night a week simply because I don't want to cook. And secondly, there's food in the fridge and it needs to be eaten. So, and then Friday and Saturday I have planned for garlic and herb pork tenderloin and a beef enchilada casserole. And you'll notice little stars that just indicates that it's a freezer meal. So those things are one of what Andre calls my concoctions, and they are in the deep freezer in the basement. So he knows to just take that out, throw it in the slow cooker, completely frozen, and dinner is done. So that is how I plan for the week and for the month. And like I said before, I mean, it might seem like a little too much for some people, but that's just the way it works for my family and how we stay organized. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon.